A few hours from now, you'll be holding in your arms the shattered body of your own brother while your sister screams in a way that makes the Nile itself recoil in fear. And the worst part, the one responsible is snoring on the other side of the wall. It's your husband. I genuinely don't know who's having the worst day here, you or the corpse. But let's go back to the beginning. Today you woke up, but you are Nephthys, goddess of shadows, mistress of the night, protector of the dead, and according to all of Egypt, the sister nobody remembers. If Egyptian mythology were a family photo, you'd be the arm cropped off at the edge of the frame. You open your eyes, and the first thing you notice is the smell. Not myrrh, not incense. It's the smell of something rotting. You look to the side, and the lotus vase someone left in your room last night is completely dead. The petals are brown, shriveled, and something that looks like black moss is growing up the stem. You didn't even touch it. You're almost certain you didn't touch it. I'm certain she did, but anyway, you get up, and the stone floor beneath your feet feels colder than usual. From the other side of the palace, you hear Set, your beloved husband, god of chaos, storms, and questionable decisions, screaming at someone about something that probably didn't deserve to be screamed about. That's your alarm clock every single day. You find yourself missing a time that never existed when your husband was a pleasant person. Hold on to that piece of information about Set. It's going to matter later. Breakfast is in the main hall and the whole family is there. Osiris, your brother, is sitting at the head of the table with that serene smile of someone who has never had to try at anything in his life. He is the pharaoh of the gods, the king of divine Egypt, and he radiates that insufferable energy of someone who wakes up looking perfect. Isis, your sister, is sitting beside him glowing, literally glowing, as if sunlight had a monthly subscription with her face. Isis is the goddess of magic, wisdom, motherhood, and apparently also the ability to make everyone feel inferior simply by existing. And you take a seat in the corner. Nobody greets you. Osiris raises his hand in a vague gesture that could be a wave or could be him swatting a fly. Isis gives you that polite smile beautiful people give when they don't remember your name but pretend they do. I feel I need to point out that you are literally siblings. Same parents, same divine childhood, and still you're treated like the neighbor who showed up uninvited. You pick a fruit from the table, a date, beautiful, plump, perfect. You bite into it and the flavor is ash. Not metaphorical ash, literal ash. The date crumbled in your mouth as if it had aged 300 years between your teeth. You look at the tray and the 3 dates closest to where your hand was now look like mummified raisins. Isis looks at you with that expression of polite pity that is worse than any insult. Enjoy this breakfast because this will be the most socially acceptable part of your day. You decide to leave the palace. Walking helps. Walking always helps. You cross the royal gardens and, I swear I'm not exaggerating, the grass turns yellow beneath your feet. It doesn't die completely, but it leans away from you as if you were a plague with sandals. A cat crosses your path, stops, stares at you with that silent judgment only Egyptian cats have mastered, and turns around. Even the cats. You are rejected even by the cats in Egypt. That is practically a crime against divinity. In the fields near the Nile, peasants are working the harvest. One of them sees you approaching and immediately begins making protective gestures. Another shields the crops with his own body as if his mortal arms could stop a goddess. You understand. You always understand. You are the goddess associated with death, mourning, darkness. Nobody throws a party when they see you coming. Nobody built enormous temples in your name. Your job is to care for the dead, to comfort those who have lost someone, to be present in the worst moments of everyone's life. You are the goddess everyone needs and nobody wants. You sit on the riverbank. The water near you grows darker. Not dirty, just dark, as if it's absorbing the light around it. A fish floats dead on the surface. You didn't do anything. You're just sitting. I would have started taking that personally by now, but you have millennia of practice pretending you don't mind. On the way back, you pass Isis's temple. It's enormous. Golden columns, offerings everywhere, rows of priestesses singing hymns. People weep with emotion just from being nearby. Your temple is a room in the back of a funerary complex. There's a torch and a stone bench. Sometimes the bench has a cushion. Sometimes you return to the palace and find Set in the corridor, your husband, the god of chaos. He's wearing that smile you've learned to fear, the smile of someone who is planning something. He looks at you and says he's organizing a banquet for Osiris, a gift, a tribute to the beloved brother. Your stomach drops. Set doesn't pay tribute to anyone. Set doesn't throw banquets out of kindness. Set throws banquets when he wants something, and what he wants usually involves someone bleeding. That piece of information I asked you to hold hold on to? Here we go. If you're enjoying watching Nephthys suffer on an existential level that most gods never reach, the least you can do is subscribe. I know it seems like a small thing, but I need to know that someone is witnessing this alongside me, because what comes next is worse. The banquet happens at night. The hall is decorated with flowers, which wilt slightly as you walk past them naturally. Set is at the center, radiant, presenting his gift to Osiris. A magnificent sarcophagus, gold, lapis lazuli, perfect engravings. He says whoever fits inside gets to keep it. A game. Innocent fun. All the gods laugh. You don't laugh. You know that sarcophagus. You've seen the measurements. They are exactly Osiris's. Osiris lies down inside. It fits perfectly. Of course it does. And before anyone can react, Set slams the lid shut, seals it with molten lead. The entire hall freezes. The laughter dies. The air dies. And in that fraction of a second, you see in Set's eyes something that is not madness. It's conviction. He knows exactly what he's doing. He planned every detail, and the sarcophagus is thrown into the Nile. Isis screams. That scream I mentioned at the beginning, that's the one. A sound that makes birds fall from the sky, and the river itself hesitate in its course. Isis falls to her knees. The other gods step back. Nobody faces Set. Nobody moves. And you are standing still, because for the first time today, nobody is looking at you. For the first time, the death in the room is not your fault, and somehow that is worse. The next hours are a blur of darkness and despair. Isis leaves the palace like a storm, searching for Osiris's body. And for the first time in your existence, someone seeks you out of their own free will. Isis needs you, specifically you. Because who better to find a dead man than the goddess of death? Ironic. The ability that makes everyone avoid you is exactly what makes you indispensable now. The two of you wander through the darkness along the banks of the Nile. You sense Osiris, not with your eyes, not with your hands, but with that sense only you possess. The sense that detects where life ends, where death begins. Your feet guide you, as if the river itself is whispering coordinates. And when you finally find the sarcophagus caught among the reeds, you are the one who opens it. Because Isis can't. Her hands are shaking too hard. The most powerful goddess in Egypt cannot open a box. And the sister nobody remembers opens it with a touch. Osiris is inside, cold, still, dead. And for the first time, the death you carry is not a curse. It's a tool. You know how to handle a body. You know the rituals. You know the words. Isis has the magic to bring him back. But without you preparing the way, the magic would have nowhere to land. You are a pair, death and life, working together in the dark while all of Egypt sleeps, unaware that their king has been murdered. The process is long. It is painful. It is the kind of work nobody will thank you for doing. When the first ray of sunlight begins to rise on the horizon, Osiris breathes again, not fully alive, not as before, but existing. Isis weeps with relief and embraces his body. The priests who arrive with the dawn look at Isis with reverence, the great goddess, the savior, the devoted wife. You are standing behind her, your hands still stained from the rituals. Nobody looks at you. Nobody thanks you. Isis is the story. You are the footnote. You return to your chambers when the sun is already high. The palace is in chaos. Set has vanished. Osiris is being transferred to the underworld, where he will reign as Lord of the Dead, and Isis is being carried on shoulders as a hero. You open the door to your room, and on the floor, there is a single lotus flower, fresh, white, alive. There is no note, no name, but the flower is alive, near you, and it is not dying. You lie down. The day is over, the worst day in the history of divine Egypt, and you walked through it the same way you walk through all the others, in shadow, necessary but invisible, carrying the weight nobody wants to touch. The lesson of today: if the universe gave you the gift of handling death, don't wait for someone to send you flowers for it, unless they appear in your room without explanation. In that case, you have an entirely different problem. And tomorrow you wake up as the guy who threw his own brother into the river inside a golden coffin and thought it would all work out fine. Spoiler, it didn't. But his version of the story is interesting.